Jesus said, "Search the scriptures, for they testify of me," is a quote from Jesus in the Bible, John 5:39. Now let's use grammar to prove the who Bible speaks of Jesus and not the Father, using Jesus' own words in John 5:39. And the grammar, they testify of me, the whole scriptures. Challenge anyone to disprove this fact, just like when Jesus said, "Moses wrote of me." Both grammatically is proof Jesus is God. Now let every skeptic, imam, priest, etc. challenge the Greek grammar. John 5:39 in the Greek New Testament reads, "Εραυνάτετας γραφάς, ότι ουμεείς δοκέιτε εν αυτές ζωήν αιώνιον έχειν, και εκείνε ίσιν καί μαρτυρούσε περί εμού." Literal translation. You search the scriptures because you think that in them you have eternal life. And it is they, εκείνε ίσιν αί μαρτυρούσε, that bear witness about me peri emou. Jesus' exact claim is that the entire Old Testament scriptures, das Graphas equals the Jewish scriptures, bear witness about him, peri emou. The preposition peri plus genitive, meaning concerning me, about me. He says the same thing in the next chapter about Moses. John 5:46. Gar epistevete Moise, epistevete anemi, perigar emu ekinos egrapsen. For if you believed Moses, you would believe me, for he wrote about me. Again, peri plus genitive emu is about concerning me. So grammatically and lexically, Jesus makes the staggering claim, the law, Torah, Pentateuch, written about him. The prophets testify about him. The Psalms, writings, testify about him. See Luke 24:44-47, where he says, "Everything written about me in the law of Moses and the prophets and the Psalms must be fulfilled." Again, using peri in the Greek of Luke 24:27. Grammatical challenge to anyone, Jew, Muslim, Unitarian, Rabbi, Imam, skeptic, etc. Jesus uses the identical grammatical construction in every single passage, Deuteronomy, Genesis, Isaiah, Psalms, etc. All martiruse peri emou, bear witness about me. Moses, egrapsen peri emou, wrote about me. The preposition peri plus genitive is the standard way in Koine Greek to say about, concerning, someone, something as the topic or subject matter. There is no grammatical loophole. Jesus is not saying the scriptures merely lead to him or prepare for him or point to the Father and then the Father sends me. He says they are testimony and writings whose content is about himself. Therefore, Jesus' claim is unequivocal. Every verse in the Old Testament that the Jews regarded as speaking of God, the Messiah, the prophet, like Moses, the Son of Man, the suffering servant, the divine angel of the Lord, the word of the Lord, etc., Jesus claims is actually speaking about him personally. That is why he can say elsewhere, "Abraham rejoiced to see my day." John 8:56. "Before Abraham was, I am." John 8:58. Using the divine name Egoemi. "Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day, and he saw it and was glad." And why the Jews immediately picked up stones to kill him for blasphemy, because he was making himself God. John 10:33. The challenge stands. Show me, using Greek grammar and the actual text of John 5:39, John 5:46, Luke 24:27, 44-47, or John 8:58, how Jesus did not claim that the entire Old Testament is testimony about him personally, peri emou. You cannot reinterpret peri emou to mean about the Father or about God in general without doing violence to first-century Koine Greek. Jesus' own words, grammatically, lexically, and contextually, assert that the subject of the entire Old Testament is himself. That is why Christianity has always taught that Jesus is the eternal Son, the Word made flesh, the visible image of the invisible God, because he himself claimed it using the clearest language possible. Challenge remains open. The Greek is public. Bring your counter-exegesis.